Hi, Brian with Acumen Connections. Pleasure to answer some questions for you today here. Why an online business? Well, for me personally, online was, back up a little bit, I wasn't directly in brick and mortar, but I was in a previous business I had. We sold to brick and mortars. Through that business, you found that you could the way to access your customer base was to add many more brick and mortar stores, right? In an online business like I have today, you can reach the world, right? From one location. And so for me, that was very intriguing to be able to say, I can, make this simple change on a website, and now all of a sudden the whole world sees it. By having it done via the internet, we're able to reach a broader market and much faster. A lot less overhead, a lot less expense. We can automate a lot of things. There are just many things that we can do online that we can't do in brick and mortar. You never really know. Initially, you're the person, right? You start your business day one, and you have to answer. You got all of the hats: marketing, accounting, probably a couple of the biggest ones, right? You got to have sales, and then you got to keep track of what the heck it is you're doing. Operationally, taking care of customers, taking care of employees, HR department, all those pieces. You're going to wear many hats. When do you know? You know when you know, and that's going to maybe sound like a cop out, but when you've experienced when your company gets to a point to where the numbers justify it, right? So initially, if you haven't planned properly and you only have X amount of startup capital, but you want to have a customer service manager, you want to have an accounting person, you want to have a marketing person, your startup capital doesn't cover all those expenses. And so you can't go out and just hire all those people. You have to generate revenue, generate income for yourself first before you can do that. And so it's many times it's a yin and a yang. It's like, today I can do it, tomorrow I can't. You're just kind of going to know at the right time. You're going to start doing things that are outside your comfort zone. It's like, I'm not the best at accounting. Like, personally, I know accounting because over 25 years of being in business for myself, you kind of got to know your numbers and look at them every day. But I'm not the best at the accounting. And so at some point you say, okay, it's time now for somebody else to do this. I've got the capital. I can hire somebody. And now by having that person in that position actually propels the business and makes you even more money, right? So you don't hire somebody to just break even on what you're paying them. They have to bring in more than what they're getting paid, okay? In order for now the company making more money to be able to hire more people to even grow even bigger, okay? So there's just, again, certain things that you're not going to be good at. And even if you are good at it, maybe you need to focus on some other parts of your business. You need to get somebody, a plumber or a electrician or something. I'm really good at electricity or being an electrician, but I can't go around the house and actually do every receptacle. I need a team to do it with me, right? Or else it would take a bazillion years to get something done. So you have to grow your team in that manner. They might do the same job as you, but in order to grow, you've got to have those additional team members. So kind of goes back to the last question, right? So as you grow in your business, you need to know where you're going, what you've done, and what to do next. The only way to really know that is to have numbers and have accountability for everything that we're doing, right? We don't just come here and just kind of do whatever. We have to know our numbers so that we can, you got to pay people, right? You got to pay your employees, you got to pay your vendors. There's just certain things that have to be done in the company. I do it every day because I want to keep that, I want to stay on track, okay? I don't want anything to get lost. Let's say we have a transaction today that doesn't quite work and the customer wants to do a refund or something happens, right? And if we wait 3 weeks in order to do the accounting, we're going to look back and go, oh my goodness, what happened? That was 3 weeks ago. I don't quite remember what happened that day, right? So if it's top of mind, you're going to have that knowledge and ability to do that. I understand though, as an entrepreneur, you're starting your business, that's going to be hard. Well, I can't do the accounting because I got to do my actual build my product or provide my service or whatever that might be. So sometimes you're going to let that accounting go for a little bit. So maybe you can't do it day to day, but I would suggest that you do it in a very short period of time. Don't wait weeks. Don't wait to the end of the month to do it. Don't gather up all your receipts and then hand it off to your public accountant or whatever to do your books for you at the end, because they're going to ask you questions about it and you're not going to remember what went on. So to have a more accurate set of books, I think you have to look at them and pay attention to them every day. It's the gauge. It's what tells you. When you drive down the street, you don't drive down with the windshield covered, right? You don't drive at night with the lights off. You don't drive without a gauge that tells you how fast you're going, right? All of these things, we need this input in order to give us feedback as to how well we're doing, what we need to do next, all those things. It depends on your business. Obviously, the top line and the bottom line, right? So top line meaning your revenue, what you're generating in sales. The bottom line meaning what's left over, your profit, your net income at the end of the day. I would much rather run a business that does $100,000, that's your goal, $100,000 in revenue, but I make $50,000, than having a company that does $1 million in revenue but only makes $10,000, right? Because some people go after, I have $1 million business, I make $1 million, but I don't have anything left over at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, it's what you have left over. That's why you're in business, is to make money. And if you're not making money, you're not going to move forward. So you start with the top line and the bottom line, the revenue and the net income. After that, anything that you're monitoring in the company is all going to be in supportive of that. And it's all about the bottom. Are you making more money on the bottom than what you did previously? And you want to keep that growing. Obviously, you want your revenue to grow, because your revenue or sales to grow, because you can get to a point where you're stagnation, where you're not really moving. You have to move that top line sometimes in order to move the bottom line. Be persistent. Don't let the down days get you down. You're going to have them. Work through them. That's persistence, right? Believe in your product. Stand behind it. Take care of your employees. Take care of your customers. You take care of your employees, the employees will take care of the customers, and the employees will take care of you. And constantly improve. Don't just be okay with where it's at today, no matter whether it's a service or a widget or whatever your product might be. Always look for improvement. The consumer wants to have something better as they move. I would probably say the biggest challenge, I don't know what I would say. I'm going to go back to your first question, in knowing when. That's probably the biggest challenge that you deal with. Do I start my business? Do I go into business for myself? Do I do this? You question yourself, right? All the time. Am I making the right decision? Is this the right for the company? Is it right for me? Is this going to give me the return that I'm expecting? Are there times that things happen in your business that challenge you and make you think or work longer hours or something? Yes. I remember, a big challenge that I had in the past. I had 160,000 units of swimwear come from Asia to the U.S. And when they hit the U.S., they got stopped by customs because they perceived, anyway, that there was a label that was incorrectly marked. It didn't say made in China on one particular piece of the suit. Looking at the product, there's no way in the world you could tell that it wasn't made in China. And everywhere else except for this one little spot. So I had 160,000 units spread over 5 different foreign trade zones where a product comes in, custom checks it before it leaves those areas. And so I had to go around and by myself, having to rework 160,000 units that should have been done over in Asia, now had to be reworked in the US. But that was just a challenge. That was just something that you work through. You find a way. You're persistent. You stay in the game. Don't let those challenges get you down and stop you from moving forward. Take action. A piece of advice that you asked me earlier. Take action. Don't dwell on things. You got to take action. You may not know, but you still have to take action. That will teach you, that wasn't the wrong direction. I got to go this direction. So you're going to back up and then you're going to move forward again. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, then check out many of our other videos at acumenconnections.com.